What's up, everybody? Adam Serpinski here. I want to share some thoughts with you about the communication channels that we in the arts community are using to stay in contact with one another and with our audiences. As I record this in March 2026, we've basically gotten to the point where all of our discourse is happening on a very small number of social media platforms, and we are kind of at the mercy of these platforms to keep these channels open for us. We've gotten to the state where our federal government has gone fully fascist. And with the midterms coming up later this year, things will either get better or perhaps even worse. So a lot of that hinges on what happens with the SAVE Act, whether it passes and whether it gets selectively enforced in different parts of the country. I want you to think about, do you have a way to keep the communication channels open in a worst case scenario later this year? So give some thought to this. Do you have phone numbers and email addresses for your colleagues and your peers, or are you reliant on direct messages on Instagram and X? If the government were to say, we need you tech companies to silence opposition and resistance, Elon Musk will not go to bat for you. Mark Zuckerberg will not go to bat for you. All of these tech CEOs, including Sundar Pichai from Google, YouTube, all of them attended Trump's inauguration and gave millions of dollars to Trump's inauguration, and none of them will risk their personal wealth and well-being to preserve your voice as democracy in America crumbles. And you are especially at risk if you are an artist whose art speaks to human rights and democracy and, on and on. And the fact that you're seeing this video at all, I want you to take that as proof that the algorithms on these platforms have connected you as somebody who's receptive to a message like the one I'm giving you right now. So have a plan B. Exchange emails and phone numbers. Make sure that you have a way to connect with one another. And in terms of connecting with your audience, it's time to rebuild that personal website. It's time to self-host a blog where you can get in the habit of putting your thoughts into words on a platform that you control and that Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk cannot take away from you. If you don't know how to make a website, it's easier than ever to vibe code yourself one or to hire somebody very cheaply to do that for you. So the tools are there for you to regain control. Think about having an email newsletter with a set of emails that you have a copy of on your computer so that you can move from platform to platform as needed. And really, that's the only message I have for you today, is just to give some thought. What is your plan B for when Instagram and YouTube and Twitter and whatever else you're relying on silences your voice and tries to make it more difficult for you to speak to those in your community? That's it. Sorry to be a little bit of a bummer today, but I just wanted to get the conversation going on this thing before it's too late. So if you have any thoughts on what some of the best ideas for this are, let me know. I've gotten myself a newsletter started. You can sign up for my newsletter, and I'll try to get better at sending emails. I haven't sent a newsletter yet this year, but I will next month sometime. I will build that habit myself. I'm asking you to do the same. And let's stick through this together.